Nate has been in a committed relationship with his girlfriend Emma for almost 2 years. They had been through a lot together, and he thought he was really in love with her. However, lately, he has been feeling restless and dissatisfied. He couldn't pinpoint exactly what was bothering him, but he couldn't shake the feeling that he needed something more. By the way, listening to this story, please write in the comments, what would you do in such a situation? And what do you think about this at all? Nate was at the gym one day when he bumped into an old college friend, Alex. They chatted a little and learned about each other's lives. Alex mentioned that he had recently joined a new sauna club in the city and invited Nate to visit it with him. Nate had never been in a sauna before, but he was intrigued. He had heard that it was a great way to relax and thought that maybe this was just what he needed to clear his head. Besides, he was curious to see what all the fuss was about. The following week, Nate met Alex at the sauna club. They checked in and were given towels and a locker to store their belongings. As they headed to the sauna, Nate couldn't help but notice how luxurious the club was. The walls were made of marble, and the air smelled of lavender. When they entered the sauna, a wave of heat washed over Nate. He had never experienced anything like this before. He sat down next to Alex and they started chatting. A few minutes later, Alex got up to get some water, leaving Nate alone in the sauna. It was then that Nate noticed a beautiful woman entering the sauna. She had a towel wrapped around her and her long hair was tied up in a bun. Nate couldn't help but stare at her. She caught his eye and smiled at him. They struck up a conversation, and before he knew it, they talked for almost an hour. As the conversation became more intimate, Nate began to feel a spark between them. He knew he shouldn't have felt that way, but he couldn't help himself. They both agreed to meet soon outside the sauna club. Over the next few weeks, Nate and this woman continued to date. They met in different places of the city, always trying to keep their relationship a secret. Nate was torn between his feelings for this woman and Emma. One day, Emma surprised Nate by showing up at his apartment without warning. Recently, she was suspicious of his behavior and decided to talk to him about it. Nate was caught off guard and didn't know how to react. Emma noticed that he seemed nervous and asked him if he was hiding something from her. Nate knew he had to confess everything. He told Emma about his relationship with the woman from the sauna club and asked her for forgiveness. Emma was devastated. She couldn't believe Nate had cheated on her. She told him she needed some time to think about their relationship and left. Nate was filled with regret. He knew he had made a mistake and didn't know how to fix it. He tried to contact Emma, but she didn't answer his calls or texts. He felt like he had lost the love of his life. A few weeks later, Nate returned to the sauna club, sitting alone in the sauna. He couldn't help but think about Emma and how much he missed her. While he was sitting there, lost in his thoughts, he heard a familiar voice calling his name. It was Emma. She came to the sauna club to talk to him. They sat down together and talked for a long time about their relationship. Nate apologized again and again for what he had done, and Emma listened patiently. In the end, they decided to try to start all over again. Please support me. Like this video and subscribe to the channel because I tell different exciting stories from life. Be sure to subscribe. Please write in the comments, what would you do in such a situation? Could the relationship be saved? And what do you think about this at all? Friends, take care of yourself and your relationships. It's so important. Do not give in to momentary desires. I'm hugging you.